Welcome. I wanted to answer a question that somebody asked me recently about how can I stream my audio and broadcast over multiple platforms at the same time. And so what I suggested was a couple of things, really. However, I wanted to cover specifically for you today on this video is how you can actually think about the content creation process. And if you want to be able to show up in multiple locations at the same time without having to download things, upload things, and you want to be able to get something out that's feature rich and functional and allow people to engage with you, I came up with a strategy here that you might want to think about or consider. And so let's dive into this. And I'm here, Russ Johns. If you know me, I'm passionate about live streaming, podcasting, content creation in order to be seen, be heard, be talked about. And I help business owners that want to be able to expand their brand, leverage their information and the gifts that they're sharing with their community, and actually produce an outcome that works for their business, to grow their business. And this is one of the strategies that I would like to share with you. And if you'd like to work with me, I'd love to connect and catch up. So message me. And also you can schedule a call, bookruss.com. Super simple, easy to access, and just pick select a time that works for your schedule. So let's dive into this. So first and foremost, I'm on a Mac. So I wanted to make sure that you have an opportunity to actually realize that what I'm sharing is on a Mac and it can be done on a PC as well. It just requires one minor change in the software. And what I'm doing is on the Mac, I can use Loopback. So on Loopback, I can actually create a new virtual device, which I can actually use I can actually capture my microphone. I can capture my sound card, the audio source. Think about the audio source. So once you create that audio source, you can actually route that. Let's go back to the show audio. So then what you can do is you can route that audio to channels, output channels. So there's an input and an output. So you can actually say, okay, I'm going to receive audio from this location and I'm going to deliver it to another location. And this is all virtual in your box. Now, if you want to do it from a PC, one platform that I recommend is it's called Voice Meter Virtual Audio Mixer. And I don't have a PC to test this, so I can't share it with you. However, the principles are the same. You're taking audio from a source, whether it be a microphone or an application or something like that. You can actually sort that and bring that back. So what I want to do is I want to bring this back into Loop Cloud, and I want to say, okay, now I'm going to be bringing it out in the channel. So rather than having the mixer or your mic listed as the source, you're going to have show audio listed as the source. Okay. So the next step, what you want to accomplish is you want to be able to say, okay, where am I going to send it? And just as a shameless plug, if you want to learn more about podcasting, you can go to Podcast My Brand and take a mini course, launch right here. It's super simple and you can access it anytime. All right. Or you could call me at bookruss.com. So what I'm going to say, and I'm working pretty heavy on my laptop here. So now the thing that you want to do is also, and this is the reason why I use Spreaker as a podcasting platform, is because I can actually route audio directly to the Spreaker studio. Now, if I'm using Loop Cloud, then all of a sudden loop back, I can use the show audio in the studio. So I can come down here, and I don't know if I need to reboot or not, but I would select the audio in from, but I'm setting it right here because I didn't reboot my machine. So anyway, so what it would be is the source. You need the source coming in, and you could actually do this directly, or you could do it through Loop Cloud. If you do it at 1-to-1, you can actually just do it with your standard setup and use your default audio source. And you can just broadcast and have a live audio broadcast, and that will actually allow you to actually save that as a podcast, and then you can continue to create content that way. And you can also come in here and you can actually have sounds, you can have audience and stuff like that. And it's an incredibly powerful tool. I use this to broadcast high school varsity games in Houston. At one point in time, I would broadcast this using the tool at the actual game, and people would take an iPad and headsets and microphones, and they would pipe it into this app. And then at the same time, I would just go into the studio, take the audio from this app and transmit it out to a tower on AM radio. So it's a powerful feature that not a lot of people are thinking about or considering. So that's one location you can actually stream to simultaneous. Another location you could actually stream to is LinkedIn audio or LinkedIn Live. You could actually do a LinkedIn Live this way, as long as you have the ability to route your audio into that source. So when you open it up and you say, select your source, say for instance, if you're using StreamYard, you can use the show audio for the show audio source in your app, wherever it happens to be. So then you can come in here and you could set up another audio event if you want an audio event, or you could set up a live stream, but you'd have to set up a live stream through StreamYard or a third party because video isn't. Anyway, you know the routine, hopefully. But an audio event, you can actually create an audio event and use the source as that coming in there. Now, there's another app that you can actually use if you're on Clubhouse. So in Clubhouse, what I've done in the past is I've actually routed from a radio station show into Clubhouse to be able to create another audio feed. So for instance, you wanted to get feedback from people and you wanted to use Clubhouse, you could actually route the audio into Clubhouse. And then at the same time, you could route that community audio out to a podcast. So you can have a live session. We used to do from the radio station to Clubhouse, which is slightly different. So you can up here and you come in here and you go to audio settings, go to your audio settings, and then your input and your output come in. And this is called Club Deck. So it's it's an application that you can use in your audio production for Clubhouse. So your input mic, you can use this show audio. So the show audio right now, okay, I'm using show audio. So this shows up because it refreshed. So the show audio is the input, which is coming from the audio router here, which is this setup is controlling the audio that's coming into Loop or Cloud Deck. I hope everybody's getting this. So if you have questions, leave them in the chat. Let me know what you're doing and how you would like to migrate audio to different sources. And if I can help you, great. If you want to contact me, reach out, you can hire me. I can coach you through this whole process. And where you design a strategy specifically for you. So the input and then the output would be my AirPods. That's the way it's set up right now. So I could start a room and I could actually, once I start a room, then I could actually bring other people in the conversation as long as I let them know, hey, this is a public broadcast. And then I could actually bring it into the Spreaker studio, which would allow us to create a podcast where it would be recorded live, and then we could save it as a show. So I'm going to connecting a LinkedIn event as well, but I've had some challenges with LinkedIn getting audio feeds and sources from a third-party source to work well. Usually I have to go to my phone to get it to work. So I know that they're still improving and it'll continue to improve. Love my LinkedIn. And if you have any questions, like I said, bookruss.com and schedule a time to have a conversation. It's introduction, strategy session or whatever. If you need more help, it's available. If you want to learn more about podcasting, go to Podcast Your Brand and take a mini course and just see how that works and see if that answers your questions as well. Also, if you have questions like this, I would love to answer your questions, help you address the live streaming, podcasting, content creation, because tech is sometimes challenging. So don't get struggling in the tech space. Just reach out, phone a friend, and ask for help. All right. So I just want to make sure that you have the opportunity to do this and go live, grow your audience because kindness is cool and smiles are free. And I want you to enjoy your day. Till next time. See you later. Bye-bye.